Ladies, gentlemen, Speakerhead Squad, what is going on? It is your boy Speakerhead, and welcome back to another Transformers video. When I started collecting Transformers a couple of years ago, I mainly focused on mainline and a few masterpiece figures. But one day I was searching around for different Soundwaves to get because Soundwave is my personal favorite character and I wanted to get as many variants of him as I could. And as you can see by this photo, I think I've accomplished that so far. But I still plan on collecting more. But when I was searching for different figures, I saw that Newage was releasing their first ever Soundwave figure, and the second I saw it, I knew I was hooked. After getting this figure, it completely changed how I collect Transformers as a whole. It's to the point where I mainly only collect Legend scale these days and a little bit of Masterpiece on the side. So today I wanted to talk about my first ever Legend scale figure, which is Newage Scaramanga, aka Newage Soundwave. But before we get into the discussion, if you guys enjoy this content, make sure to leave a like and subscribe because it really does help me out. Also, if you guys enjoy any of the music in this video or just want to support me in general, it's all part of my royalty-free music label, Speakerhead Studios. All the music on this label is completely royalty-free, so go ahead and use it for all your content creating needs. Finally, I want to mention if you ever want to catch me live, I do stream at Speakerhead Live on YouTube. I stream almost daily, so stop in and come say hi. But now that we got all that out of the way, let's get into the discussion. Let's first start off by talking about accessories. Newage Soundwave comes with quite a few different accessories. To start off, it comes with his signature blaster, which looks really nice and is fully painted. He also comes with two different sets of hands you can swap out. He has one hand that's pointing, one hand that's able to click the ejector button, and two open spread hands. He also comes with this light up chest piece you can put in this weird blaster from that one episode that no one really remembers. He also comes with a signature shoulder cannon as well. Finally, his last accessories he's going to come with are his main three companions. And that's going to be Laserbeak, Ravage, and Rumble or Frenzy depending on what you choose to call them. Talking about these cassettes real quick, the real strong points are going to be Ravage and Laserbeak because these guys just look fantastic. They both have great articulation considering their small size. And overall, they have a nice presence with Soundwave or any other figures you put them with. Hey everybody, Speakerhead from the future here. So I missed a couple things and I wanted to add them to the video real quick. One thing I forgot to mention is that there's both magnets on Soundwave's arms and on the bottom of Laserbeak's feet. That way you can put Laserbeak on Soundwave's arm and not worry about him falling off. Or you can use it to get some dynamic poses. Another thing I forgot to mention is Rumble/Frenzy comes with his pile drivers, but I sadly lost mine a while ago, so I didn't add them to the video. But that's all I had to add quick, so let's get back to the video. I'd say the weakest point is going to be Rumble/Frenzy, once again, whatever you call him. Overall, he looks fine, but there's definitely better ones out there. A prime example is going to be the Magic Square cassettes, because those things are just outstanding for their size. But overall, since you get 3 cassette minions with this guy, I'd say that's a pretty fair trade-off, considering Magic Square only gives you the 1 minion. Now let's start talking about his robot mode. And this thing is absolutely beautiful head to toe. It's completely painted with a really nice dark metallic blue. I know a lot of people say that this version is way too dark of a blue, but I personally really like it. It really stands out in my collection. But then it also has really nice bright yellow accents around the chest piece. And overall, it's a nice glossy paint, so it really just stands out and looks fantastic on a shelf, even though it's such a small figure. And then on top of that, it also has die cast in the feet, which really gives it a hefty feel and makes it feel like a really high quality figure. And that's just on top of the excellent quality plastic that Newage uses for their figures. But now talking about this guy's articulation, it's everything and anything you could ever ask for. His head's on a ball joint, so you're really able to angle it up and get those really dynamic poses. This guy also has an ab crunch, which is really nice, but it does look a little sloppy since you can see inside the figure if you move it too much. But once again, since it's there, it's really convenient to have. Moving on to his arms, he has double jointed arms, so that way he's able to actually click the ejector button on his shoulder. It's a really nice touch and no other figure can really do this, so it's a really nice thing that they were able to pull this off. I will admit that my arms are fairly sloppy, but when I posted a video in the past, most people said that this wasn't an issue with theirs, so I'm assuming I just got a lemon. Moving down to the legs, you're able to get a 90-degree bend and able to get in some really animated and articulated poses as well. And then finally, since he has die cast in his feet, he's able to actually hold these poses without worry of him falling over. Because the main problem with some of these figures is that they have the articulation, but they're not able to hold the pose because they're just either too top heavy or just don't have good stabilization. So once again, it's really nice to have that heavy die cast in his feet because it's not a crazy amount, but it's just enough to make him stay on his feet. But overall, his robot mode is fantastic and it literally looks like you pulled it straight out of the cartoon. It's just beautiful. And this guy has so many different articulation points that you can really get some fantastic poses with him compared to other legend scale figures. Now moving on to the transformation, I can actually show you guys now because I found my old little action camera, so I'm going to use those to film all the transformations from now and talk about it. When it comes to this transformation, it's a little complicated, especially when it comes to the leg part with a lot of folding panels, but it really does come together well. When it comes to the transformation, the top half is just your generic Soundwave transformation. There's nothing too crazy about it, so you wouldn't have any troubles with it. When it comes to the legs, however, it does get a little tricky because there are a lot of little panels and flipping bits, so you got to be careful what you're folding because you would end up messing it up on occasion. I will admit it took me a few tries to properly transform this, so it is a bit of a complicated transformation if you don't do it all the time. But overall, it's not too complicated of a transformation. It's not like you'd never be able to figure it out like some of these masterpiece figures. And then once you finally do finish up the transformation, it does look fantastic in its alt mode. But moving on to the alt mode, like I said, this thing looks fantastic. It's got so much fine detail, and like I said, since it's completely painted, it just has a nice presence to it. I love all the little fine details like the left and right, all the little buttons, and finally that red light just looks fantastic. Then even viewing it from the back, it's not the greatest, but what can you do with a little figure like this? You're going to be looking at it from the front anyways. And overall, it is just one solid block, so it does actually feel good. And because it has that die cast in there, it does have that extra heftiness to it. So talking about my final thoughts on this figure, you guys can already tell that I absolutely love this figure to death. It was my first ever legend scale figure that got me into the entire world of legend scale collecting. On top of that, it is my personal favorite character, and it is one of my personal favorite ones that I have out of every single Soundwave that I have. Also, just random side note, if you guys want me to make a video ranking every single one of these Soundwaves, leave a comment down below letting me know you want me to rank them, because I have a lot and I'm willing to do it. It would just take a little time, so smash like. But getting back to Newage Soundwave, this guy is a fantastic figure no matter how you put it. When it comes to his robot mode, it's absolutely stunning. When it comes to his alt mode, it's fantastic. The transformation's not too complicated. What else more can you ask for? But overall, this guy is just one of my personal favorite legend scale figures, and I highly recommend picking him up if you haven't gotten him, or at least try messing with him if you know somebody that has him. But that's going to be it for me, guys. Leave a comment down below letting me know what your first legend scale figure was. And if you enjoyed this video, make sure to like and subscribe because it really does help me out. But that's going to be it for me, so I will catch everyone in the next one. Peace.